Hello, and welcome to the Mama Nevin Knits YouTube channel. My name is Joan, and I am happy to have you here today. I am Mama Nevin here on YouTube, also on Instagram, Telegram, and Ravelry. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. Pirate just came in and was putting his little whiskers on me. So anyway, today is August 3rd. This is episode 83, and it's 91 degrees where I am. So you probably hear my air conditioner. Sorry. I had a little bit of a mishap earlier. My yarn picker machine that I use is acting up. So Papa Nevin has part of that out in the garage to work on it. If he doesn't get it fixed before I finish this, I will just stick my hand in there and pick one. So anyway, how is everyone today? Now I'm going to tell you now that next, I think the title of this episode is going to be No Crochet next week. And the reason why is, let me write that down so I don't forget, is because I've been having a lot of pain in my shoulders, and it's because I've been crocheting so much. I have crocheted a lot this week, and unfortunately, the only way to make that be better is for me to not crochet for a week. So, unfortunately. But let me get through and show you what all I did this week. I did a lot of different things. So here is my memory blanket. Okay. And I finished the row that I was working on. This is my square from last week that I finished. Let me move my thread. So that's pretty cool. So now I get to figure out where to start another row. And mine is a little bit different than most people. I don't start at the end. I start in the middle. And the reason why, let's see if I can find the middle square. My middle square, right here, these four squares right here and down here are, as you can tell, they're all different directions. So when I start a new row, I have to start in the middle. Just so you know. Okay. So I'm going to pause and go stick my hand in the machine and pick out a ball. And sorry, we don't get to do it the fun way, but, you know, got to get it fixed. Anyway. Alrighty. Here we go. So this is what I picked when I stuck my hand in there. Let me take it out of here so you can see it a little bit better. I'm not sure. It kind of looks like an opal to me, but not really. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what that looks like when I put it in. I will attempt to knit next week, but we'll see. I have been, when my shoulder gets this bad, I have to stop. So the next thing I did is my 10 stitch. So I did another little, I had another piece of this. So, oh, let me do it this other way. No. So this is where I started, and I had this scrap from something else. It was quite a big scrap. So we got around here, and then this was my last week leftover. And so, pull this out so you can see. So this is what it looks like now. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. None. but I've always wanted to make it, and so I'm finally making it, and I'm quite enjoying it. So there's that. Then, and if you guys need like needle sizes or, you know, yarn, whatever, I try to remember. I don't always remember. So if you need that information, please just put a notice down below. You're going to want to leave a comment for me this week anyway. I'll tell you why in a minute. But so for the Battenberg, I got 2 color squares done. No big deal. But I did get 2 white squares. I gotta find those. All right, so here's one, and then I added that. So now we're trying to level out this side. We've got it kinda almost leveled out, but still got a little bit to go. And then here's the other one, and I added this kind of grayy blue there with it. So that's where we are on that. And again, I will not be working on this week. I have got to make myself not crochet as much as I want to. I can't do it. Oh, and here's just kind of a overall look at it. I just really, really like it. And I am not a person that does things randomly at all. I am, let's plan it out, let's make it look like this, blah, blah, blah. And with this, I have been very random, and that is just such a new concept for me. I know. So next, piece of yarn in my mouth. So the next thing I worked on was my shawl for Summer on the Lanai. Bleh. I don't know what got in my mouth, but it was something. So here is my shawl that I'm working on, and I got from here to here done. So I feel like I'm finally making some progress on this. So this is, I really like it. It's so unusual, very bright and cheerful and happy. So again, I don't know if I can work on knitting this week, but we'll see. You know what I wanted to ask you guys is, have any of you tried the like crochet and knitting pillows? So you put this pillow around you and you knit on it, or you know, you put your arms on it and it helps you to sit up straight better, because I'm wondering if that would help me with my issues that I'm having. I don't know. We'll see. All right. So next I did another crochet. See, this is why I'm in trouble. So I think it goes this way. So I did this square for my Christmas square blanket. And I will put a picture up here of what it looks like now. So no square next week. So have to be good. My Moga socks. Now I did move my Moga socks over to my August bag. And I told you guys I was going to tell you about these bags as I brought them out. So when I went crazy and made all of these bags, I made one a month, and I'll show you what all was in them. Put a lot in them. Take all of this out. So this is what the interior of this one looked like. You know, you have to use your tongue to do these things. This is what the interior looked like. And here are the 2 little pockets that I put in there. And that's if you have 2 skeins of yarn, or, you know, it keeps your yarn kind of from getting tangled with everything. So that's what those 2 pockets are. Then part of the set is I made this for every single set. But did I use any of these? So this, and these are not professional at all, but This is a pattern keeper, and this is what the other side looked like. Because to me, August, a lot of people go camping in August. I don't know why. And I think they do it because, you know, the kids are about to go back to school and they want to get one last camping trip in. But it's too hot out here to go camping in August. My husband and I actually like to camp more in what we consider the winter months. So then also, here is a DPN holder, or you can use it for your other needles as well. But it's just a way to keep your project from, your needles from coming out of your project. And so you would put it in here like this, and have most of your project hanging out, and just snap these around the needle. And so that's this one. And then one other thing I made to go with it is the little notions pouch. And the notions pouch, you know, had my little thing for stitch markers and things like that. I have a measuring tape in each one. I have these little scissors in each one, and a whatever cable needle, in case whatever project you're working on is a cable project, and a regular needle, and a Stitch Fix thing. I tried to match colors if I could. You proud of me, Denise? I don't know if Denise watches, but anyway. Big sis. And I think I made, this one doesn't have one. I made counting the metal. I don't have one here to show you. I'm sorry. You put a number on each ring, and then as you go, as you're counting things, you go down, you grab the next number ring. So, all right, then also in each one of these is one of these, the sock ruler, and then also one of these. And this is, it shows millimeters, so you can measure your needle and make sure that what you're telling people your needle is what it really is. So, I mean, I did all of this over a long period of time, so I would like order a couple of those at a time and do a bag, and, you know, I'm that insane. Yes, I am. So, okay, that's my August bag. And then here is my Moga sock. And I felt like I got a lot done. I got from here, which was the heel. So I got all of the heel turn, and looks like about 10 rows. So this sock is moving. So I need to get that done. Oh, there's Pirate. Somebody had the nerve to walk past his house. He's kind of a tyrant about people walking in front of our house. He doesn't like that. All right. So I did work on my mosaic crochet, which that won't be happening again this week. Let's see, which way is which? Which way is up? This way is up. So I just put the white row on there. So next, when I get back to this, it's going to start being the bow on the top of the package. So this is the package, and then the bow on the top will start showing. Okay. All right. Then, when I was trying to get my shoulder to calm down, I started working on my cross stitch. Nuts. But I don't know if you even remember this one. This is the deer. So that's how much I have done on the deer. He only had his head done last time. So that's where we are on that. And then this one is the one where you do a little bit every day. This is an Advent cross stitch. And so I did just this little brown right here, and now the next part will be a white. So I think that's all I did. It's been a busy week. I did not get any sewing done. I know. Yell at me now. Go ahead. I know you want to. Feeling bad with the ums today. I have seen the beginning of the Stephen West sock, and I like it a lot better than the one he put out last year. So I may be making that in the future. You know what? I just realized my lights aren't on. I don't have good lighting in here. Uh-oh. Oh, well, we're going to go with it. Again with the ums. But I like that sock, and I've seen Shauna's sock, and it looks really good. So I may make that. I will not make it right now, but I may make it in the future because I really liked it. Mouths and cows. Let's talk about our mouths and cows. One more week to knit with Joan. I'm going to put let me put this so there's room. My 2 columns up here of people that are listed. Make sure your name is on that column. Make sure your name is on one of these lists. If it is not, please let me know. You can put a message down below that says, add me or something like that. That message can also count for the next thing we're going to talk about. Anyway, there's one more week with Knit with Joan. Check the list. Check the spreadsheet with all of the... I know that the Mandy's Makings knit along ended. And so check with all of them to see where they are. And, you know, how much longer you have and things like that. Okay, Wise Owl Knits reached out to me, and she is going to be starting a knit along for her cowboy sweater. So as soon as I get all of the information about that, I will add it to the spreadsheet, and you can look at it there. Okay, and I think that's it for cows and mouse right now. Happenings. I was part of the closing ceremonies for Shark Week, and the Shark Week winners have been pulled, so you may want to check out Politically Incorrect Knitter's latest episode to find out if you're a winner. Okay? So, anyway, I made a comment either on... I think it was it Knit Night, or it might have been closing ceremonies, that I made the comment that I was at 249 subscribers, and I showed them this fabric. Sorry. I showed them this fabric and said that when I get to 250 subscribers, I will make that bag and give that away. Not only did I get to 250, I got to 262, and then somebody decided they didn't like me. I wasn't their cup of tea. And so I'm now at 261. But still, that's over 250. So I will be making this bag, I think, this next week. I will not have any excuse not to sew because I won't be crocheting. I know you guys are sick of hearing that. I'm sorry. But anyway, isn't that awesome? I got so many people just from one show. So I was on the closing ceremonies. I also was on Knit Night, and I will be on Knit Night again on Monday if you just can't get enough of me. Anyway, what we're going to do, so this is episode 83. So episode 83, 84, and 85, you can put a comment below. Every comment you make counts as an entry to win that bag. Okay? This next, no, not this week, next week. Next Monday. Not tomorrow, but the next Monday. I will be choosing the winner for Knit with Joan. So it'll either be this bag or the blue one. I have to make another blue one. So it'll be one of those, your choice. Whoever the winner is, it's your choice. You just need to tell me, okay? So now on to the personal part of my life. My boys came over on Wednesday or Thursday. I think it was Wednesday. Both boys came over because Scott had left his car here when he borrowed my car. And so he brought his brother over because he needed to pick up his car so he could take it to the mechanic. And so he did that. And, you know, it's just so nice to see my kids. I didn't get to see them for long. I didn't get to feed them. But it was nice to see them. Then on Thursday, we had an earthquake. And I mean, it was an earthquake. It wasn't just a little, no. It kind of moved things around a little bit. So, you know, I was expecting it, to be honest with you, because anytime there's another earthquake somewhere, the San Andreas gets jealous and decides it wants to act up a little bit. The San Andreas scares me, y'all. I think my house sits right on top of it. So, but anyway, I think it wound up being a 4.3, I think. Either 4.3, 4.4, somewhere around in there, and it was maybe 30 minutes from us. So, I mean, we felt it. It was, you know, my husband came in, he looked at me and goes, "Did you feel that?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah." And Scott said the same thing when he came by. He came by later because yesterday was Scott's birthday. And so he said, "Well, I just want to see you before my birthday," which was so sweet. But, you know, he's got a busy life, and his wife had plans for him this weekend for his birthday, which is so nice of her to do such wonderful things for him. I'm very blessed with my daughter-in-laws that they love my sons almost as much as I do in a very different way. But anyway, so Scott stopped by, and we were like, "Did you feel that earthquake?" And he goes, "Oh, yeah." So everybody felt it. So, incoming. I had quite a bit of incoming this week. Went to Hobby Lobby and a little bit of a haul. So, I found these for decor. So, it's this one, and this one. You know, I have so much decor for fall. It's not even funny. So those will be going up when it gets a little bit cooler around here. And then I also found some fabric. Don't look at me like that. Oh, and I had to find some more cord. I wanted to make sure they had cord. Before Joanne closed, I found some cord that they were like hiding. And I bought the rest of what they had. So anyway, so I found some fabric for the future, and both my daughter-in-laws love sunflowers. So I found this fabric, and I thought this was really cute. And I was having trouble figuring out what fabric to put with it, and I kind of like this. So someday, that'll be a bag when it gets big. And then, now, I'm going to tell you the truth of the matter. I have so much Christmas fabric, it should be illegal for me to buy any more Christmas fabric. But, did that stop me? So I found this, and I thought it was so cute. Now, I don't know if you can see it yet. See the little checkerboard? And so I was like, well, what am I going to match this with? And I looked over and they had, oops, they had the checkerboard fabric that's a little bit darker. So I thought that looked great. So again, someday this will be a bag, maybe. I have got, what I need to do is go through and sort, I think I need to sort seasons for my fabric. So I had a very good time in Hobby Lobby. Very good time. Okay. All that's left is show and tell. And this is a Hobby Lobby buy as well. So when I always look, Hobby Lobby is my place that I go to buy my ornaments for work, Christmas. You know how you have an ornament exchange every year. So that's where I kind of try and find mine because I like them. But I can't show it to you because some people from work watch my show. So, but anyway, I found this ornament that says, all you knit is love. But I just loved it because, you know, I don't usually like blown glass ornaments because I'm always afraid they'll get broken. But I just thought this one was so cute. I had to get it, right? I had to get it. So that is my show and tell for today. That's the end of my show. Looks like my machine's still not fixed. Hopefully it'll be fixed for, well, I don't know if I'm even going to get to it next week, so we'll see. But anyway, thank you so much for stopping by. I love that you come to visit. Please make sure to leave a comment below so that you can be entered for the fall bag that, again, I will have a lot of time this week to work on because I'm going to be resting my shoulders. So, thanks for coming by. Bye-bye.